I think it's a great test for us on the road against a great basketball team with great leadership, with championship contenders and guys who will go down in the Hall of Fame and hostile environment. So at the end of the day, this could be a good test for us just to see where we are right now and also what we're trying to get to.
Dwayne was saying yesterday that he thought that the Spurs right now are playing at a different level than maybe when you saw them a month ago. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I think back then, things were a little rusty. They were on a couple, on the downside, losing a couple games, kind of like what we are right now. And right now they seem to pick things up. Tony Parker's being that leader on the team. Kawhi, Tim Duncan, Splitter, Dial, just the whole team is vibing and the chemistry is good and they're playing well. They're winning games. They're playing extremely hard. So they're a completely different team than what we faced earlier in Toronto.
Pat, what's the feeling with the team? Dwayne said you guys looked at a lot of video yesterday. Tom Sterner telling us that you reviewed the 18 assists. How do you guys stretch it out so it's just not a little bit of the game, rather more consistent over the whole game?
Just continuing doing what we have been, especially in that first half against Oklahoma City, just building on top of that. What we did in that first half, have it carry over into the second half rather than just, leave it in the first half and then divert back to our old ways in the second half. So with that first half that we had in Oklahoma City, I thought it was great. I thought it was great basketball. So just getting back to that throughout the steady pace of the 48 minutes.
What had you guys digress from that or regress from that in the second half? Did you see it on video? Did you guys talk about it? What happened there?
To me, it was just basically they got back into the game. So the way that we started off the first half is the way that we started off the third half, the second half, as far as establishing the MAR, running plays for JV. But they made shots rather than what they did in the first half. And Westbrook's making shots, and then it's a close game. They get the lead, and then guys are trying to do a little bit of extra as far as getting us back into the game rather than just keep with the game plan, moving the ball, sharing the ball, swinging it side to side. But as they kept scoring more and more, Westbrook was taking over. We just felt the need to try to do a little bit too much.
How hard is it to resist that temptation to, every guy wants to do it. Like, I'll do it for the team. Don't worry, guys, I got this. How hard is it to resist that temptation, especially when things aren't going well?
It's a little difficult. All of us were doing it throughout that second half, myself included. Just believing in the system, believing in the game plan, just knowing what we're capable of, seeing that happen in the first half, and just not worrying about the second half, trying to get back to what we used to do.
Patrick, I know you don't want to take credit away from a team that beats you, but how much of what's happening is controllable inside that locker room and you guys kind of just doing what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, at the end of the day, no matter who the opponent is, it's us. The reason why we're losing these games, of course, the teams are playing great against us, but at the end of the day, it's us. It's the way that we play on this court. It's the way that we move, share the ball on the offensive end. It's us rebounding, finishing plays, and us communicating and getting stops on defense. So at the end of the day, it's us. It's no one outside of this locker room that's causing us to lose. Although teams are playing great against us, although teams' game plans, have changed throughout the course of the year, and they're doing a great job of locking us up and having us get to the next level, as far as play calling goes. But at the end of the day, it's us. So we just have to figure out a way, to just get back to what we used to do when the season first started.
Obviously, Russell Westbrook, a difficult matchup last game. This game, Tony Parker's going to put a lot of pressure on your paint as well, kind of like Russell Westbrook did. What do you guys have to do to kind of try to corral him a bit?
Just show them bodies, just like we did at home in Toronto. Just show them bodies, whether it's in transition, whether it's on the pick and roll, whether it's a one-on-one coverage. Just making sure that he sees more than one person in front of him and give him a little doubt in his mind that he can't get into the paint just because there's so many people around him.